So start on all fours, hands under shoulders and knees under hips, and just finding your cat position. And we go cat to cow to mobilize the spine, release tension from the neck and the shoulders. As you look forwards, drift your chest forward, spread your fingers, tuck your toes under, and then as you curl up, tuck the pelvis under, look towards the knees, get space between the shoulder blades. Breathing in, looking forwards. Breathing out to look behind. From there, lower yourself down, just bending in the elbows. Place your arms by your sides. Lift head and shoulders. Reach fingertips down to feet and lower. So just a really simple back extension. Try and keep the crown of head in line with the spine. Think about length and lift through the spine. You can think about lifting up the feet as well. Taking us into locust. Strengthening the lower back. And breathing in, lift. Breathing out to lower. From there, pressing up. I'm going to just have a rest, release in child's pose. So sit back towards the heels, perhaps a little wiggle of the hips side to side. Allow the elbows to drop off the sides of the mat. Forehead touching the mat, or if you can, you could place a block underneath your forehead. And bring in your yogic breath. So just send the breath towards the lower back, expand. And as you inhale, see if you can widen the rib cage, the chest. Inhale even more towards the length at the back of the neck. So from there, just pressing up to downward dog. Spread the fingers, spiral biceps towards each other. Perhaps pedaling through the feet if you're a little bit tight on the backs of the legs. Try and wrap your arms around your ears, look back towards your knees. Send the chest towards the thighs. Sending the hips up towards the ceiling. Taking some deep breaths here. Beginning to let go of any tension. Walking the feet towards the hands, find a forward fold. So look back towards your knees, bend the knees, release the lower back. Take a half lift, crown of head in line with the spine. Extend the legs, maybe you feel the stretch for the hamstrings, and then again, deeply fold, chest towards the thighs. Exhale. And then again, half lift, inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale to fold. Uncurl. Let's take a big stride. Let's, with your left foot facing the side, take your warrior two, arms up level with your shoulders, and find some opening across the chest, looking side to side. Your heels are lined up. You're squaring hips towards the front of the mat. Drawing over to side angle, so arm comes over the head, take the eye gaze up, elbow down onto the thigh or hand down to the floor. Grounding through that back heel. Then reverse Trikonasana, to straighten the legs. And then to your triangle pose. Again, squaring hips towards the side of the mat. Try and create that space all across the chest. Iron out the breath. Into a warrior 3, so we're going to take the balance onto the left leg, lift up the back leg. Arms reaching down the leg, this is a balance. Fingertips reaching back towards the feet. You could turn that back foot towards the side wall. Find a point of focus, crown ahead, in line with the spine. Lowering down. Take the feet super wide, we're going to take a wide forward fold. Bring the toes so they're facing the center. Slow roll down. Perhaps reaching the floor, you could put blocks in here. Try and look behind you. Crown ahead, folding down towards the floor. And you can bend the knees here and put in your half lifts. Inhale. Create that space on the back of the shoulders. Lift up the chest, shoulders down and back. And just hold. Try and let go of the resistance. Try and let go of any tight muscles, tight thoughts. Just focus on keeping a really steady breath. And moving on to the other side, taking your right foot to the side, line up your heels, square hips to the side of the mat. Arms up level with your shoulders, space across the chest, have that little look side to side. Take the eye gaze towards the middle finger on that right hand. Then over into your side angle, eye gaze going up. Elbow down towards the knee. Big side body stretch. Inhale, really expand and open the rib cage. Exhale, just soften the body, soften through the resistance. Finding some sort of acceptance within each pose. Reverse triangle, straighten the legs. Reach the back hand down. Reach the other hand up towards the ceiling. Create some space there across the rib cage and the hips. Grounding down through the back foot. Into triangle. Reach the hand down. Try and create space there across the chest. If you can, maybe looking forwards or maybe looking up. Feel those hamstrings lengthening. Finding space within the body. Iron out the breath. Then come into your warrior 3, so lifting up that back foot to reach the fingertips down towards the legs, crown ahead in line with spine. Find your balance. Perhaps find your root chakra. Draw in as an anchor here. Bring your foot to the side. Walking the feet in, slide the hands down the legs. to low squat position. If you can, balance your elbows onto your knees. And with this, lift up the chest, bring the shoulders down and back, and really create some length through the spine, the back of the neck. Take some yogic breaths, so breathe in, expand through the belly, and then lift it up through the spine, all the way up towards the third eye. From there, let's turn. Bring the elbows down. I'm going to find dolphin. So send the hips up to the ceiling, resting there on elbows and toes. Crown of head in line with the spine. Create length here. Find some length in the hamstrings, length in the spine. You can always deeply bend the knees. This is an invigorating pose. The heart's higher than the head. See, as a way of cleansing the body, releasing that does not serve us. From there, transferring to sitting upright. So find some length here, lift up the chest, shoulders down. Right up on the sit bones, we're going to just take a hamstring stretch. So one knee, extend out to the side, flexing the foot with the hamstring stretch up towards the ceiling, push away at the back of the knee. Stay nice and tall, lifting up the chest as you inhale. As you exhale, you might find a little bit more in your stretch. And switch legs. Again, find that upright, lift up the chest. Push away at the back of the knee, flex that foot. Staying nice and upright, finding this length here on the hamstrings. Maybe finding a stretch if it's there for you, but try not to fold over the leg. Keep the yogic breath in there, so breathe in, expand the belly, and lifting it up towards the chest and the back of the neck. Accepting wherever we're at with this stretch. So bringing the soles of the feet together, let the knees drop out wide. Breathing in to get tall, expand the chest, and breathing out, just release. Surrender into this stretch. Allowing the body just to be, the mind just to be. Perhaps close the eyes. Then if you need a cushion or anything, a block, just find yourself a bit more of an upright position, cross the legs. Just going to take some yogic breaths. So one hand on the tummy, one hand on the chest. Breathe in and expand the lower part of your lungs, or might feel it like in your belly area. Then expand a little bit higher, widen the rib cage. Fill out the back body and the back part of the lungs with this as well. And then the final step, as you breathe in, this third part, extend towards the back of the neck. Crown of head goes up to the ceiling. Get some length there in the spine. So these 3-step inhales, and then as you exhale, just release, soften through the body. Aim to let go of any tension. So from there, we'll take a Savasana. So find a comfortable position, lying down. Just let the body relax, shoulders relax, palms facing upwards, allow the feet to turn out. Take a couple of just deep breaths and then just soften, breathing normally. So close your eyes, soften the space between your eyebrows and release the jaw. Try to follow the breath as it flows through you, so as it goes in and goes out, breath by breath, moment by moment. And you might notice thoughts arising as you lay still, and perhaps these are thoughts of the past or plans for the future, maybe something about what you should have said or done. Try to not make any effort to look for these thoughts, but as they arise, just notice them. In particular, notice if they have a charge. Pay attention if they have any emotion attached to them. And again, try not to get sucked into the content of the charge or the thoughts, the emotions. Ideally, we want to view thoughts trickling down a stream, letting thoughts come and letting thoughts go, letting emotions come, letting emotions go. Simply observing, not getting caught up in them, just learning to let them go, like the breath, breath after breath. So your choice, you can stay there in Savasana and have longer, or make your way up to back onto all fours. Take your cat to cow, mobilize the spine. Take deep breaths in, exhale slowly. So hopefully you've enjoyed this Hatha Yoga practice, some time and a place for some inner peace and calmness. Notice how it feels to pay attention to thoughts without clinging to them, and how your body feels after taking a yoga practice. And perhaps you feel lighter or freer or calmer.